Live Lounge. If you are new to a live lounge, I do these Monday to Friday. They're all a little bit ad hoc, never scheduled, in and amongst clients, my skill list, creating content for you guys. So I thought I'd jump online. My daily hitting balls, getting ready for my pro-am next week, ready to answer any of your questions that you might have. Welcome along. Welcome along. Switching the TrackMan on might be helpful. Let's hook that up. Let's do that. There we go. If you're just tuning in, let me know where you're watching from. Nice to have you here. Have you checked out my most recent video? Dropped yesterday. Go check that out. Thumbnail is in the top left-hand corner of the screen. Looking forward to playing my pro-am next week. Welcome. Got another video coming out tomorrow. So that's just finishing up on an edit. Shot that this morning. Stay tuned for that. That is on Club Path. Let me know if you've got any video requests. Adio, working from home. Yeah, that old chestnut. Adio, welcome along. Welcome along. Have you got the notifications up on your phone? Is that how you know that I suddenly jumped online? I assume you weren't sitting on YouTube waiting for me to come on. Trying to get some reps in before I play next week. This is probably the most amount of balls I've hit in years. I'm going to do some putting on Friday. I'm going to do a live when I'm putting, so those of you that are interested in a bit of putting, tune in. There you go. I do. I set my PC and phone chimed. That Club Path video sounds like what I need. Yeah, going to discuss. It's 3 surefire ways to change your path, more inside out, and surefire way to fix your path outside in. So if you've got too much from the inside, I'm going to show you how to fix that. And if you're too much outside in, I'm going to show you how to fix that as well in this recent video that's dropping tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Whilst editing more of my Swing Builder series, if you were one of the lucky few that joined my WhatsApp community channel, you would have been privy to watching my very first of the series for free. Thank you for all of those that commented and left some feedback. My range session yesterday was very good. Had the club coming back a lot more on plane. Just can't break the habit of throwing it over the top. What ball flight are you hitting, Adio? Is it a pull draw? I think that's what you said the other day. Let me know. Let me know. Going to do some short game videos as well. Carlos, hello Stuart. I don't see your new grip video. Yeah, so it was up on the WhatsApp chat community. So the first 100 people, when it got to 100, I popped it up. It's been unlisted on my channel. And I popped the link up in the channel for 24 hours for everyone to watch. So you had 24 hours to watch it. I'm sure a few people downloaded it, but that's all good. And then I took it down and put it private again. So I've been online doing lives 6 or 7 talking about it. So I gave lots of people lots of opportunity to check in and watch it, and it was on your phone because you were a member of the chat community. So if you missed out, unlucky. But there's still loads of grip content on my channel, so it's not like you can't find out about how to grip it. Feeling good. It's feeling good. It's feeling good. Addio, a bit of both, pull, draw and pull, fade, depending on how over the top it gets. Yeah, so that's a fallacy, Addio. Over the top is not where the issue is. It's your face to path. If your face to path was consistently negative, you wouldn't be coming over the top of it. Carlos, yes, I watched it. I just wanted to keep it for future reference. Amazing video. Yeah, it was a limited time for people to watch it for 24 hours. Just to show you what's coming if you decide to make the purchase of my online content. I did say it in the channel. Everyone looking forward to the BMW PGA Championship this week? Who's your bet? Who are you fancying? Error, Rudra, swear word. Not sure why you need to say that, so I'm not going to acknowledge it. Other than that, can't get the hang of rotating without chest spinning too quick, bringing the arms left. Yeah, it doesn't quite work that way. Chest spinning isn't what causes the path to go left. But anyway, Doug, going up to watch on Friday. Nice, nice, yeah. Hopefully they have some good weather. It's a bit wet here today. Don't know what weather you've got. Got tickets for Sunday. Think we're getting wet. Yeah, not looking good, is it? Always the beer tent. Yeah, absolutely, Jay Watson. How do you change directions repeatedly with pointing the butt of the grip towards the ball and then quickly getting the grip towards you? It's a balancing act of, in a change of direction, you've got a club head that's falling that way. If the club head in the change of direction is falling behind the ball line, you will pull it to the ball line. And when you then pull it to the ball line, as you're unraveling, there is no doubt about it that your arms will continually drop. the head weight will always have the biggest influence on where the handle gets pushed and pulled. So if we're not applying leverage on the grip to make the head weight swing in the right moment, that grip will always be pushing itself in a direction that really you're always responding to where the bend in the sky is going. So when I talk about, I had a YouTube guy come and see me today and talked about the handle track. You know, this handle moving forwards is coming from a club head that's falling back. If you've got a club head that's falling across you, so you make a backswing and that club crosses over you, the mass is trying to swing in that direction. You can't change the momentum of something. If the head in the takeaway has been set on a trajectory that's swinging a long way inside, you can change the direction the head moves in if you then pull the grip down, for sure. Which is why most golfers that are trying to work the golf club inside out have a takeaway that works to inside, because when you're working the club inside out, what ends up happening is golfers invariably get the club too low and inside, which then when you start to take it up to the top ends up crossing it over. So your head weight is swinging in and over you, in and over you. So if you were to then get the grip matching the direction the handle's working in, the head's working in, so the club head's swinging in and over you. You see that, swinging over you. If I then pull the grip in that same direction, it's not going to work. You'll probably miss it. Which is why if you get the right pressures through the grip and you get the club head swinging over the handle, then when you pull the grip forwards, that head has got more energy moving back than it has moving forwards relative to the ball line. So when you ask about how do you move the grip forwards and then down and in, it's a response to where the mass is swinging. I'm just giving you guidance in how it can work. Whether you can do it or not, depending on what your golf swing's like, well, that's the million-dollar question, right? That's why I create content. That's why I advise and guide people on how it all works based around a good grip. So Jay, hopefully that gives you some sort of insight, but it's not a case of how do you move the grip forwards, down and in. You're responding to where the head weight is trying to swing. If the head weight's trying to swing behind the ball line, you're going to try and pull the grip forwards. If the club head is trying to swing towards the ball line, you're going to try and pull the grip back. Because if your handle goes in the same direction as the head in transition, you'll create problems down at strike. So my advice to you is I would look at the top of your backswing, your transition phase, then start to think about how that's going to affect your grip and its trajectory through the swing. Adio, we did tune for the Open and we're there for the only take range. It's a shocker when that happens. Adio, that's literally exactly what I do. There you go. Doug, so are all pull shots rectified by sorting face to path? A pull, a straight ball line, usually a straight pull usually comes from a face that's too open to the path still. And what you're doing is you're trying to square the face up, which then pulls the ball, the face line all down the left. If you have a face to path value that was consistently negative, the face to path was consistently negative, you would forever swing from the inside because the ball keeps on bending to the left. You'd get more and more inside it because all the time it's bending to the left. TrackMan didn't get the data. All the time it's bending to the left, the more you're going to try and hit from the in. Which is why if you get, I'll hit 30 degrees from the inside there, 30 degrees. But the face was close to the path, which is what caused the ball to bend back to the target. Now, if I had a path line 30 degrees from the inside and that ball bent back to the target, that face to path value would be somewhere in the region of 35 to 40 degrees, maybe not actually, more like 25 degrees closed to the path. So face to path will always fix your path. So if you're hitting over the top, Adio, your face to path is still too weak. Because I could count on my hand in a year how many people come outside in when their face to path value is consistently negative. On my hand. And if they do that, it's a simple fix. I just change the way they use their feet in their backswing. So over the top is always a reaction of a face to path that's more positive. Jay Watson, okay, thanks. You're welcome, Jay. Carlo, hi Stuart, great job as usual. Lately I noted some fat shots. Any advice? So fat shots can be a problem with your upper body, a problem with your lower body. Your upper body, normally an unloading of the club. If you're unloading the golf club, usually it's because you're battling with a bend to the right. Because the more we unload the club, the more the club face comes back closed. If you're hitting it fat, so that would be one error that would be from upper body. Lower body, not using enough upright force through your legs. And when I say upright force, just remember, and I'll give you an example. If I was to jump straight up, just straight up in the air, and as I'm mid-air, someone comes along and pushed me from the side, they'd be able to push me in that direction. So when we think about vertical force in the golf swing or leg action in the golf swing, if I pull on the golf club with my upper body and I'm only pushing directly up, as I pull, I'll still be able to move sideways. Yes, you'll be pushing up, but you still have the opportunity to move too far past it. If, however, I was to jump at an angle, if I was to jump off at this direction, and then the same person stood over here and tried to push back at me, they'd have no chance, would they? Because I've got too much angular force going against them. So in the same way, when I'm at the top of the backswing, as I'm pulling the golf club towards the golf ball and towards the target line, as I'm pulling it towards the target line, that lead leg needs to oppose that direction of force. So actually that push is coming at an angle, not in a straight line, which is why you see leg actions with hips now more away from the ankle rather than over the ankle. If you're over the ankle, the leg action's slid too much. How that relates to your fat strikes is, because I referenced pushing up off the floor, what you actually want to do is feel like you're pushing away from the target. That's the kind of vertical force that I would encourage you to make. Long-winded answer, but hey, we've got time. Adio, interesting. So really need to feel that grip pressure with the forearm rotation. No, you just need to make sure that your grip's right. That's what you want to do first of all, Adio. All right. That was, hey, that's an impressive, I mean, inside out 29.7 degrees and up 8. Let's see if we can go for even more. See if I can get TrackMan to give me a 40 degrees. Trouble is, when you go so far, so extreme, TrackMan doesn't particularly like it. Ooh, might not go any more than that. No, TrackMan can't get it. Anyway, that was a bit of silliness. Let's go back to hitting decent shots. Happy Wednesday, by the way. May have ruined my golf swing for a couple of shots on the back of that nonsense. Oh, looks like we've got more questions. Interesting, so really need to feel the grip pressure. Oh, okay, no, not more questions. How are we doing for time? Another 5 minutes. If you've got any more questions, let me know. I'm going to get on and get some skill list and some more content done for you guys. Let's hit some fades for you. Let's hit some fades. Let's let Barney out. Come on, Barney. Come on, Barney. Come on, Barney. Come on, up you come. Up you come. Come on. Here he is. Here he is. Come and sit there. Come and sit there. Sit there. Sit there. Barney, here. Here. Come sit here. Come sit here. Go on. Sit. You silly sausage. Oh, sit. Sit. What do you think, Barnes? What do you think? Are we going to be able to get on the tour, on the seniors tour? Hey? We're going to be able to get on the seniors tour. Hey? Sleepy boy. Sleepy boy. MTDSTC. Main thing for me is making sure to release with the club face square, not twisting the face closed. Fantastic. That's a good thing to think about. Jay Watson, do you feel a lot of hand action? Hands first, body first. I feel the pull and the leg action at the same time. So I pull from the top. Pull from the top, and I use my leg. You see? Pull, push. That's how I feel it. Jeffrey Ho, would love to have more videos on golf course. Last one was great. Yeah, going to do more of that. I've actually got some extra drone batteries turning up literally in the next 5 minutes. So I'm going to be able to take that out on the golf course, and then I'll be able to film a whole 9 holes with the drone. I'm going to pop my DJI mic on my electric trolley so I can video some face on and down the line stuff as well. So all coming, Jeffrey, all in hand. Yeah, keen to do that this winter. Yosh, hello Stu, hello Yosh. How would you manage too much inside out path? I would make sure that the club face is not too closed. First of all, so whatever is causing your club face to be too close to your path, I would manage that first, and then once you've managed that, you'll be able to fix your face to fix your path line. That simple. Doug, I still feel like my pulls come from over rotation of the club face. Yeah, could be, which could come from not enough leg action, not enough lead shoulder down, Doug, and a bit more pressure on your lead hand. Carlo. What should be the distance between the right arm and the trunk in the downswing? What should be the right distance? How would you measure it when you're doing it? How would you measure it? I would just get yourself the TheraBand and start to work with that round your neck, through your hands, and going that way. That would be the best way to do it. I mean, how would you possibly measure that in time? This is a great drill to get your hands and your trunk working in the right manner. You know, there are so few golfers that stand in front of me that hold it well, stand to it well, that then allow me to start to change other ingredients. Yeah, when you're talking about what's the distance between the right arm and the trunk in the downswing, stuff like that is really symptom stuff. You know, if your right arm is narrow, it's probably you're too short with your hip rotation, your backswing. If your right arm's too wide, it's probably because the face is too open coming into strike. These are not, you know, hopefully you notice that my golf swing looks fairly orthodox. I just sit in the middle when it comes to a grip. I sit in the middle when it comes to face orientation, and I move weight around my body effectively. Like I'm shifting weight with good mechanics rather than trying to jam anything in place. So all of this stuff is responding to the light end and the heavy end and using me to use a lever system quickly. You know, that lever has to swing. If it swings and shuts the face down through strike, if your grip is correct, then it's a much easier conversation. It's a much easier thing to change. But when you're trying to change a swinging implement, the club, with a grip that's in the wrong place, you're going to have to compromise how it swings, which would come in the same way of more side bend, you know, more weight on the left leg or whatever. You're just going to have to put more mitigating factors in there. So get the face right, and it's so much easier, which is what my Swing Builder series is going to be all about. MTDSTC, Doug, if that's the case, work on your release. Yeah, it's you know, MTDSTC, just work on release. What does that mean? What? Just not close it? The release is happening because of something else. The release is the symptom. Doug's club face is coming back in because of something else. The only way you can create consistency in this game is when that club is unloading, the force that you're putting through the grip is buffering off the force that you're putting through your feet, and where you are in relation to the ball, whether you're more to the right of it or to the left of it, will start to dictate strike, flight, among a few other things. It's really simple, but to say, oh, bit more open, bit less open, bit more open, bit less open, bit more open, bit less open. I mean, geez, I mean, good luck with that. Good luck with that for 5 hours. So just working on how you release it, if you're having it so it's pulling too far away from your target, you've got something else going on. If your face to path is within 3 degrees and your path is within a couple of degrees, yeah, bit of salt and pepper. But if you're hitting big pulls, just working on release isn't going to do it, for me anyway. David Rice, thank you, Stuart. What size Swiss ball do I need? Thanks again, I'm getting way better. So yeah, so the Swiss ball that I have is 65 centimetre Swiss ball. There she is, 65 centimetre Swiss ball. That's a goodie to use. It gets enough size to be able to push back on. Doug, you move around the ball really well, Stu. As good as I've seen. Something I'm working on, as you know. Yeah. You know, I try to keep it so free down through strike. I can't. It's like my fingers are like this on the golf club. Like this on the golf club down through strike. And I'm trying to create, you know, force down, leg action to oppose, and to feel forearm rotation. Because the head weight wants to swing from over here to over here. So I'm trying to get as close to this as possible. But of course, we've got some weighted golf club at the other end that's trying to change things as I come through strike. We're trying to line it up to a target. So yeah, I'm just trying to make it hang out as much as possible, because for me, when my mind is starting to tune into playing next week, and I'm going to do maybe a video on this. I'm already starting to feel how I'm going to be on the first tee. I can stand here, hit shots till my heart's content, and I can find strike, absolutely. But one shot to a target with a pen in my hand that I'm going to talk about on here, that I'm going to shout about, all of a sudden, that makes me feel vulnerable, because I don't want to shoot 80. I want to go out there and break par. So when I'm practicing, and to MTDSC's point, if you're playing a golf course that's good, and Hankley Common is a really good golf course, it's fast greens, it's not particularly demanding, the scoring will be quite good. You need to strike it well because the greens are fast. You need to be good. You need to be reasonably straight, heather on both sides of the fairway. Go check it out online. It's a lovely golf course. And I just start to think how I want to feel standing on that tee. I want to feel freedom. I don't want to feel like I've got to jam the face to path or the shape. I just want to feel fairly neutral. If it goes a little bit right or a little bit left, I'm all good with that. I can start to manage that in those early holes. The early holes are the ones that want to settle in. You know, give myself a break, not be too involved with it. It's hard. Not played a tournament for, I think I looked on my pad, and played a tournament for like 3 years of any note. Playing with some clients. You know, it's stressful, but it's great prep in what I'm going to try and embark on. So when people just work on release or just do this or just do that, this golf swing is like something that you want to feel is the same as the way you walk or the way you run, the way you balance. You don't go into it with like when I see grip aids, or so say when I see swing aids that are jamming things in place, constraint. I mean, that does not feel like movement, does it? That just feels like tight. Well, that's great until it feels okay, and then it's gone, and then now I can't feel anything. As opposed to when you're sort of running or walking or balancing, it all just feels a bit soft, light, and feel like you're helping your 2-year-old learn to ride a bike. You just sort of let them ride out of your hand. That's how gentle it wants to feel. You can still put energy in, but it doesn't feel like you're really grabbing hold of it. And that's what I'm trying to feel. So when I'm hitting shots here, I'm very mindful of the fact of how I need to feel, how I want to move, what the ball's doing, to give me the best possible chance to stand on that first tee, make a pass at it, and feel like I'm all in. And I'm not too involved. Because I can make it do whatever it wants. I don't want to be involved. I want to make a pass. I want to feel the pressures in my feet, in the grip, the pull. All of these various influences that make the golf club perform. So that's where I'm kind of going to. I'm rambling on here. But I just thought it's interesting, you know, when you hear people, you know, and it's, you know, I'm only picking up on that because it's a comment that's come in. You know, just work on your release. It's just so difficult to do that when you've got one shot. It needs to be really consistent. It needs to feel like you're not having to fight and work too hard at it. Sorry, I went on a bit there. Anything particular for toe strikes? Seeing a lot of those too, Stu. Crikey, you're over the top, you're hitting it right, you're hitting it left, hitting out the toe. I would work on your face to path. That would be my way to go. Graham Jones. Played Hankley Common when I started golf. It was tough. Had a spooky feeling I'd been there before. I had 30 years earlier pushing a fire hydrant up a hill. Yeah, it's a really, really, really nice golf course, Graham, really nice. Carlo, I noted the head during your entire swing is almost on the same place and your left foot is almost still the same impact. Which sensations we could feel to do the same? Which sensations we could feel to do the same? I noted the head during the entire swing is almost in the same place. My physical head, again, I don't think about that. Head is not absolutely on my thought at all. It's pressures through my feet. That keeps the upper body in the right spot. Left foot is almost in the same place. Well, that's because I'm jumping. You know, if you think about, if someone would say, right, jump on a box. If you jumped on a box and someone said, when you're jumping, slide your feet around, how would you do that? So when I see people dancing around on the mat, and the feet are sliding around, you know that there's no energy going into the floor, because if you tell me someone to jump up on something and then slide your foot around, you wouldn't be jumping up, would you? So feet being in the same place is just me putting energy into the floor, that's all. Adio, face, blue, smiling, hit it everywhere. Ha ha ha, don't know what that means. Anyway, going to hit a couple more shots. Hopefully you're getting something out of these live lounges. Double tap the screen would be really appreciated, because that likes the video and helps the channel grow and bring you more content. Oh, I said I was going to hit some fades, didn't I? Couple of little fades for you. And then we'll go back to a little draw. Beautiful. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that. I know I did. Barney did too. You have a good afternoon. I'll see you tomorrow.